Okay, so for anybody that is maybe planning for an upcoming spring break or you're looking for some good travel items, we're gonna be sharing with you some must-have travel pieces all from Amazon. So they're gonna be super budget friendly, you're gonna be able to get them quickly, and a lot of them are absolute best sellers. So if you are new here, I'm Christina, this is my best friend, Kelly. Definitely consider subscribing and also hitting that thumbs up button. Everything that we're gonna be sharing with you today is gonna be linked down below in the description box and pinned in the comments section.
Okay, you can tell I'm getting old when one of my travel must-haves just happens to be a pill organizer. But this is not just any pill organizer. This is something that I recently saw my sister-in-law pull out of her purse when we were hanging out, and I thought it was so cool, and she's just always super prepared, so I'm always learning something from her, but this is really cute. So this is a little over-the-counter pill organizer, and what I love about this one is it actually comes with all the stickers for just about every over-the-counter medication you could possibly use, and it allows you to create your own little personalized organizer so that when you're traveling you have everything that your family might need. So I've got things in here like allergy medicine, extra strength Excedrin, Tylenol because sometimes you can only take Tylenol. I've got Dramamine for our boat trips that we do. I've got Pepto for our tummy aches. You name it, I've got it in here, the things that my family would typically need on a trip. And so this is something that would be great to travel anywhere with, would also be great to just keep in your purse for those moments when you need a little medication.
So for those of you that don't know, I'm actually planning on going to Europe on a cruise this summer with my family. So of course a lot of this travel stuff I'm actually looking for when I go on my trip, and this is a cute little crossbody bag that I found that I think is just adorable. So this is a vegan leather. I love this color of tan. Of course for me it's going to be really easy to style with so many different outfits that I have, whether it's dresses or a pair of shorts. It also is something that I can absolutely take to the theme park with me, or if I am just, in general, maybe sightseeing or traveling, within the United States or something like that. So it actually has two different pockets, of which inside one of them you're able to put your credit cards inside of, and it has an RFID blocking feature to it. So it protects your identification, whether it's on your credit cards, your banking cards, your ATM, all of that kind of stuff. There is also another side that has a bunch of places where you can put all of those cards, and also a pocket. The great thing I love about this too is you'll see that there are two little clips. So whether you like to wear your crossbody across the right side or across the left, you can just go ahead and switch that with this little clip. Now RFID blocking is really important. So even if maybe your husband, or maybe you have a wallet and you want to make sure that it's protected in your everyday life and not necessarily just with travel, and you want a special pocket, there are also these RFID cards. So you can get 5 of them like I did for right around $10, or you can pick up one of them for $4. So when you slide this into your wallet, if there are cards on either side, it covers about an inch away from the card. So any cards that are on either side of this, whether it's your banking, credit cards, whatever it might be, will be protected so that no one's able to steal any of that information, which of course is really important when you're traveling.
So if you have ever traveled with your family to a theme park, especially if you've done it in Florida, you know that it's pretty much inevitable that you are going to get some rain, and you're going to have to find some ponchos to wear if you want to enjoy your day. And this has happened to my family multiple times, and let me tell you, when you have to buy those ponchos in those theme parks, you're going to pay a huge premium for them if you're lucky enough to even find them. So I thought this was such a great travel find. It's this little pack of these ponchos. These are vacuum sealed, so they're nice and small. It's about the size of a credit card, but if you were to rip this open, you have a full-size hooded poncho inside, adult size. This comes in a 5-pack for under $15, so about $3 a poncho. But what I love is that it's just so compact. You could easily put this in your back pocket, you could throw it in a purse, and you could have enough for the whole family to be ready in case you hit those rainstorms, so that you can continue enjoying your day in the park.
Now, if you're anything like me, then you're going to be traveling with a whole arsenal full of hair care tools, and so it's really important to have a hair tool bag. And so this one from Amazon is so soft. I wish you guys could feel the material. It feels absolutely amazing. It also has a heat protectant mat. So when you actually take your items out of this little section, you can actually lay it on this mat, whether it's your curling iron, your flat iron, and it also, you don't have to run the risk of damaging, you know, the countertop. Or if you're on a cruise, you might be laying it on a vanity or even like a dresser. And inside you have like a little clear zipper pouch. You can put anything from like hair ties inside of here, maybe even some hair gel or any sort of hair products that you need inside of this bag as well. You can carry it all in this handy dandy little case. So this bag is in this beautiful ivory color. However, they do have, I want to say, like 11 different color options. So definitely check this one out. It is highly, highly rated, almost 5 stars, which is incredible on Amazon.
Okay, so sometimes when you're traveling, you're not going on a cruise and you're not going on an airplane. You might be taking a road trip. And this next product is one that isn't exactly exciting to talk about, but is definitely one of those items that you're gonna be so glad you have it if you ever need it. So my husband recently just purchased this for my daughter's boyfriend. Very much girl dad thing to do to make sure that she is always safe and taken care of. This is a combination of a car battery jump start with an air compressor for the tires. So if you have this in your car at any time, you will be able to charge your own car battery if your battery dies, or inflate any of your tires if you get a flat. So it's a great thing to have, especially if you're someone who loves to take road trips, or to buy as a gift for your daughter's boyfriend. So when he's got your little girl in his car, you know she's gonna be safe.
Now, when we take our trip over to Europe, we're gonna be flying into Italy, and it is a long flight, extremely long flight. So getting the right neck pillow is really important. I did actually buy 5 or 6 different neck pillows, and all of them were completely different. Some of them looked a little bit more like a snake that you wrap around your neck. Others had like a harder, almost like plastic kind of support system where you can kind of like lean your head. And I did not tell my family which one to pick. I just basically said, okay guys, try which one on that you like the best. So I have to tell you that every single person in my family, including myself, liked the Cabo neck pillow. So this one is the most comfortable. It also provides the most support. So the reason why we actually like it is because you can either lean on one side or the other and be able to get full support. And also it has this nice little Velcro strap. But this is also really important too. They've got even these little straps on the back, so it actually attaches to the seat. So if you're somebody who falls asleep and you kind of lean your whole body forward and then you catch yourself, that doesn't happen with this one, because of course it keeps you like secure to the backrest that's on the plane. So this for sure, hands down, is family approved. One that we really like. It has also gotten lots of fantastic reviews. So definitely if you are going to be traveling, for sure try this neck pillow out, because I think it's going to be a winner for you as well. So a trench coat is definitely a classic staple piece that we think every woman should have in their wardrobe. And this is a really great option from Amazon that I picked up a couple of years ago and have definitely gotten my use out of. I wore this a lot when I was in Scotland. It was definitely a little bit cooler and sometimes a little bit wet and rainy. I also used this fairly recently on a trip to New York with the same type of weather, and I love the fact that it is hooded. So it has this detachable hood that is such a lifesaver when you've got like that drizzly rain coming down, but you still want to be out there enjoying your day. I love the double-breasted style of this one. I love the belted waist. I think it's very flattering on the fit of this one. I tried many different ones when I was looking for a trench coat, and this was the one that I really liked the best. Now I got it in this very classic khaki color, but it does come in a lot of different colors, and it's just under $60. So I think it's a great thing to have if you're someone who likes to travel, and just a classic wardrobe staple. Now this next travel essential is one that I wished I had with me so many times, and that is a little travel hanger. So right now I'm showing you 5 of the different colors. It actually comes in a set that has 10 different, hangers. So I'm going to tell you first that they're really small when you fold them up, but you're able to actually open it up And you can use this basically for like a child's shirt, or you can actually extend it the full length in order to hold things like maybe like your camis, your jackets, your shirts, anything like that. So it just makes it so easy, whether you are traveling on a cruise, whether you are in a hotel, a VRBO, like this is just something that's so essential. My parents are actually coming to visit me this weekend, so I'll be giving these to my parents and then getting some more for when we travel to Europe and are on the cruise, because these are definitely vital when we have all of that extra clothing but not enough hangers for everybody. The other thing I wanted to also do is share with you the top that I'm wearing, because this is perfect for putting on one of these little travel hangers. So this is a little half zip up. I love it in this like soft pink color. This is just one of those like very comfy pieces that I can wear either with like a little denim skirt. I can also style it with a pair of shorts, or also with my favorite pair of jeans. Now it comes in a ton of colors. I would say that it has like a 3/4 sleeve, but definitely if you are someone who has that casual lifestyle, you're gonna like this one.
So this next item is not just a travel must-have for me, but it's also like a movie theater must-have. I am someone who always has to have a blanket, whether I'm laying on my couch, going to the movies with the family, car, road trips, airplanes. I always need to have a blanket. I'm always cold and I always want to be cozy and snuggly. So I really love this. Now this is an oldie but a goodie. I have shared these before on our channel. Everyone in my family has one, and it's perfect for travel because you have this little hook here, which means you can, hook this onto your carry-on. You could put it hooked onto your handbag if you wanted. Just really convenient. It also has this feature where you can actually put this over the handle of a carry-on luggage so that you can just like push it through the airport. But what I love about this is this can obviously be used as a pillow if you want it to, but when you unzip it, inside you have a full-sized nice and cozy blanket. So it's just very easy, very portable. It's a great way to keep your blanket nice and clean and all, folded up in your bag. I put that little pillow inside of my carry-on like purse tote bag, and that's usually all I travel with on the airplane. So I really love it. It's so convenient, inexpensive. Like I said, everyone in my family has one. They come in a bunch of different colors, so we each have our color, and I love to have it with me at all times.
Okay, so I have to laugh because this next travel essential is one that my family desperately needs, because we are notorious for someone in the family always during a trip gets some kind of blister on their foot. So having something like a gel blister bandage is perfect. So this is great because it provides cushion either to the back of your heel, maybe underneath your footbed, in between your toes. You can even use it on your fingers if you needed to, and it can help to protect the skin that has already kind of been rubbed and you start to get that blister. Or if you know, I have a new pair of shoes and I really need something to protect my foot because I know I'm in the process of breaking in my shoe. You can also use these, and they're waterproof. They stay in place. They also come in a variety pack. So there's 4 different shapes, all of them to fit perfectly in whichever part that you need them to cover on your foot. This actually comes with 32 different ones, all to kind of just fit wherever it is that you need that extra protection.
Okay, so far I've shared with you a hooded coat, rain ponchos, and now I'm going to share with you an umbrella. So you can tell I've definitely had a lot of experience with rainy days while traveling, and I can tell you that the best way to still enjoy your trip is to be prepared. So I thought this was really cute. At first I thought, why do we need such a cute little case for an umbrella? But then I realized that this would be really convenient when you use your umbrella, it's raining, it's wet, and you don't want to put it back into your nice tote bag or your handbag. So this is actually very practical. Inside you have a full-sized mini umbrella. This does expand to cover you very nicely. Comes in a ton of different colors, and when you're done using it, you can put it right back in its little case, zip it up, and it will keep the rest of your items nice and dry. So I love this idea. I know from experience that being prepared is the best way to enjoy your travels, no matter what nature throws your way.
Now, when you are traveling, you're also probably going to be bringing quite a bit of shoes. And I know that for me, I usually travel with like a fabric travel shoe bag. But I found actually these waterproof ones that I thought were perfect. So I did pick it up in the color pink. There are several other colors, I believe a gray, a black, and a clear. But I like these because usually this is what I see. I'm not able to tell what kind of shoe is inside of it, but you can see there is actually a clear layer right here, so you can see easily what shoe's inside, so that way you're not having to open up every single bag to figure out which one contains the shoes that you need. So this is perfect. You can use this for your maybe some dance shoes, hiking shoes, golf shoes. You know, if you have shoes maybe that are wet and muddy, since these are waterproof, they're perfect for housing inside of here. So you can actually get these in a 5-pack, a 10-pack. They are really budget friendly, I would say, for right under $10, and definitely essential because once you're done, you can either toss them or you can rinse them out and reuse them again.
When I first saw these backseat car organizers on Amazon, I definitely thought, where were those when I had younger children? But the more I look at them, the more I'm thinking, I think I could use those right now. So I might be ordering them for myself, but I really wanted to share them with you. If you are someone who does road trips, this is going to be a game changer. If you have young people, you know, little kids or even big kids that are sitting in the back seat. So these are great. It comes in a pack of 2. They strap to the back of those seats in the front, the driver's side and the passenger side. And it's so that you can organize all the things that those people sitting in the back seat may want on the trip. So you've got a place for their little iPad, you've got a cup holder for their drinks, you've got snack holders for their snacks, you've got places for the books, the coloring books, the crayons, the markers, the little games, all the things that kids tend to want when they're going on a long road trip. So every year my family takes a trip around Christmas time to Georgia, and my girls are always sitting in the back, usually with our 60-pound Labrador, and they have all kinds of things back there. They've got the AirPods, the laptops, the iPads, the books, all the things. And I think even at their ages of 20 and 18, they would actually really appreciate having a place to keep all of that organized so that it wasn't just spread out all over the back seat where the dog is laying on top of it. So I think these are going to be really helpful, and 2 of them for just around $25, definitely a great price point.
Now I picked up this Dream Egg noise machine that is portable. This one, I love it because it's so small, but you're able to use it, you know, whether you're traveling in the car and you need a little bit of noise, whether you're in the office and maybe you need to block out some noise from somewhere else, or for us where we are sleeping, it's always good, you know, with you're in a hotel, or maybe you're on a certain floor that's next to the elevator. Like I said, you could also be on a cruise, something like that, and you just need to hear that extra noise, or maybe you are in like a VRBO, it's really quiet and it's a little too quiet, so you need a little bit of that like white noise in the background. So this has 21 different sounds, everything from white noise to sounds of, you know, rainfall or little animals or birds chirping in the background. It does also have a little power cord so that you can keep it charged. This for sure is definitely going to help you sleep while you're also traveling.
So if you've been here with us for a while, you have definitely seen me share I think they're pronounced Sojo's aviator sunglasses from Amazon. I am a big fan. These are right at like $15, and I think they're so good. They definitely look so similar to like Ray-Bans or other aviator styles, and so much so that this morning when I was looking for these to share them with you, I knew I had multiple pairs of these because I love these for travel. They're perfect for throwing in your bag just in case you lose them. They're not super expensive. So I was searching for these and I thought, oh, I have a bunch of them here. And then when I actually looked close up, I realized those are not the Amazon ones. Those are actually the designer ones that I own from the past. So these are from Prada. These are Kate Spade, and these are Ray-Bans, and I'm telling you, I couldn't tell much of a difference, which really made me feel silly for even owning these other pairs. But to be fair, a lot of these are very old, but I mean, they're just so similar. I couldn't even tell. Now, I will say when you pick them up, you definitely find that the Amazon pair is much lighter in weight. So yes, there is a difference in the quality of the sunglasses at $15 versus the more expensive price points. But when it comes to looks and style, I'm telling you, you really cannot tell. So if you're looking for a cheap, sunglass that you can just throw in your bag. You don't have to worry about it. If it gets a little scratched, if you lose it, it's not the end of the world. Definitely pick these up. You will not be sorry.
Now this High Life portable steamer is something that I've owned for a few years now, and it is a must-have for travel. I have taken this bad boy everywhere with me when I have gone on trips. I always use it. It is so small, the perfect size to travel with. It also has quite a large container on the inside, so it holds a lot of water, so you don't have to worry about constantly needing to refill it. And it also produces a lot of steam. So some of the steamers might have a little bit of puff of steam, but not with this thing. It is definitely powerful. Will get out all of the wrinkles in your clothes when you're traveling. And right now it's also on sale. So the Dream Egg that I shared with you before, the noise machine, that one is also on sale. So definitely take a look at that one, but so is this, and it's well worth it. I promise you, this is an Amazon's choice. So that means it has almost 4.5 stars and has been rated by over 130,000 people. So you don't have to take my word for it. Proof is in the pudding. Everybody loves this thing.
So this next find is one that my friend Lisa Duncan shared with me a few years ago, and it has been such a game changer. So living in Florida, it's not often that we need warm clothing or a lot of layers, but when I travel, I'm always needing layers. I find that I get very cold in a lot of these places, and I really want to be able to wear those beautiful sweaters that we share, the cashmere and all the things, without feeling bulky. And so one of the things that's helped me to wear all those beautiful things are these Pumi tops. So these are long sleeve layering t-shirt type of tops, but in this fabric that is kind of stretchy. It lays on the skin really nice. It's comfortable. And whenever you layer these underneath your clothing, you're gonna really stay a lot warmer. So these are perfect for when you travel. You want to wear those sweaters, but you don't want a lot of heavy, bulky layers. What I love about this brand is that they make all the different necklines. So I have it in the scoop neck. I also have a crew neck version. I have a V-neck version. They also have different colors. So I have them in white. I have them in black. So depending on what sweater I'm wearing, I always have the right neckline for it. They're very smooth underneath your sweaters. They're not bulky, and they don't come untucked or anything. So definitely a game changer. I highly recommend these. It's going to allow you to wear all of your cute things and still stay nice and warm.
Now, whenever I'm traveling, I always bring a foot mask, especially if I am going to be doing a lot of walking. So your feet, you're putting a lot of wear and tear on them as you're going and sightseeing and doing probably more walking than you normally do in your everyday life. So it's always so nice to come back to the hotel, take a shower, and then to be able to put on a foot mask to really kind of just help to moisturize, to hydrate it. It really does just give it a sense of I don't know, kind of just taking away any sort of extra friction or irritation that you got from, just pounding on the pavement constantly, or maybe doing hiking or whatever it is that you might be doing when you're traveling. So this one, it does have collagen, peptide, argan oil, olive oil, all the things to kind of really brighten, firm, and just kind of smooth the skin on your feet. But really for me, it's for just that extra pampering that my feet do need when I'm traveling. So this is something, they are little booties. You just slide them onto your foot. They even have a little strap to kind of little plastic, almost like a band-aid type of strap to kind of hold them into place, and then you just leave them on for 10 or 20 minutes, and then I promise you, when you take them off, your feet are going to be buttery smooth, and they're going to thank you for the extra love and care.
So this next item is one that I have owned for several years, and wow, has it really come in handy, specifically when Christina and I are traveling for work to a lot of these different conferences and things, and we know we're going to be coming back with a lot of goodies, a lot of swag, but we want to make sure that we don't overdo it on the luggage. So this is a little digital portable traveling luggage scale that you can use to make sure that you're not going to go over your weight limit, and wow, has this come in and handy. I mean, it's great to use when you're going on a trip to make sure that you are not overpacking and you're gonna have to pay those overage fees, but it's also really good when you're coming back and you've got some souvenirs, maybe you did a little shopping, or in our case, you got some great little freebies at your conferences, and you wanna make sure that you're not gonna be paying major fees for these things. So definitely love having this, really convenient, really easy to use, and you can throw it in your suitcase and take it with you wherever you go.
Okay, so an Apple AirTag is something that I never travel without. My parents ended up losing one of their suitcases when they were traveling over to Europe, and this was something that I bought for them so that that never ever happened again. So this is perfect. It is such a small little, like about the size of a quarter, so it doesn't take up a lot of room. You can put it in everything from your handbag, laptop bag, your checked bag, your carry-on bag, anything that you want to just keep secure and kind of keep track of. I've even seen some people use it to attach to like their dog's collars, or even stick into their children's backpacks when they are going to school. So you really don't have to use it just for travel, but anything important that you kind of want to keep track of. Also, if you do lose whatever bag it is, you are able to go onto your iPhone, see where the tracking device is. You can also even send it a sound or signal. So if you are looking for something and you cannot find where that bag is, you know it's in that room somewhere, you can also send that signal and be able to find it. Maybe it might be stuffed underneath the bed. All right, so now that you have got all the little gadgets and things that you're gonna need in order to make your travel plans a breeze, also consider watching one of our recent videos we did at Amazon haul. We found lots of fantastic pieces, some of them winter, some of them spring, so it doesn't matter where you're traveling to, you're gonna find something. We hope you ladies have a great week, and we will see you next time.